Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily, Thursday Thoughts. It's Des here, ready to answer your questions live. As always, got some great ones to go at. Thanks for all the feedback. I'll just start off by saying that. Really appreciate it. And if you enjoy anything you see today, please do give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to get involved in the comments, please drop me a comment. That'd be amazing too, whether you are watching live or watching it after it's finished. It'd be fantastic to hear from you. All I'm trying to do on a Thursday is interact with viewers, find a different way of spreading the messages I always do, getting feedback from others and trying to extend on it sometimes. It's really important for me to do that and try and help people as much as I possibly can. That's what DOdaily is about all the time. I know this works for some in terms of interaction, and some great questions last week where people had asked me to answer certain things and they didn't want to be mentioned. So again, if you've got anything to add, please check me out on any of the social media, scrolling across the bottom. Hook up with me and let me know what you're thinking, and I'm more than willing to sort of share information the best I can and be honest and open and realistic about everything I'm doing. That's what Thursdays are about. Looking forward to another episode. I'm pushing on towards the end of the week. As ever, I'll mention how I am feeling. DOdaily is always a check-in for how I'm getting on. I mentioned on Wednesday workout. Feeling a little bit poorly last night. I was hoping it would have disappeared today. It's not really. It's not been too bad. Feel a little bit under the weather still. Probably a bit of a bit flu type symptoms. Like I say, it's not massively affecting me. I'm still going about my business. I do feel really tired. So I'm just trying to take the pace out a little bit. Would have loved to extend on my good start to my training regime, my diet, but not been able to do that today. I have been out coaching the guys though through the DOdaily in person stuff here in Nottingham. So got a lot from that. Really inspired by what they was doing, and the more I'm involved, I could have almost called in sick for that, but I didn't. What I did was just sort of go along, keep my distance, but keep explaining to the guys why I want them to do certain things, and then seeing their results really helped me, and it just inspires me to get back into it as soon as I can. Of course, this week I've been highly motivated as it is, so it is a little bit of an annoyance. It's a little bit frustrating. But again, I've just got to sort of keep my eyes sort of on the prize almost, and realise it's not going to be a quick process. What a lot of people want is instant gratification. It's definitely not a case of that, is it? When you're training for such things as a marathon, when you're trying to lose weight, it's not a quick fix, and I appreciate that. But nonetheless, there is that frustration there. But I'm still really positive. Still got plenty of things done. Like I say, the illness hasn't stopped me too much as of yet. So really looking forward to get over it and get it behind me. Got a nice couple of days to look forward to at the cricket. Really looking forward to that. Hopefully I'm fit and well enough to get up early in the morning and get out for wake up to walk. Of course, I always get up on a Friday to try and attack the day. End of the week almost, check in, see how things have gone. And again, I think I'll be really positive. If I can get up and get a walk in, it's just that first step back again, isn't it? After this little hiccup. And of course, through DOdaily, I'll always try to encourage activity, and well-being and things we can do just to pick yourself up that little bit. It's not always easy. It's not always an easy message to articulate and get across, especially when your thought processes aren't straight because you're tired and you're in a little bit of pain. But I'll get there with that. I'll get through that one, and I'll be pushing on and raring to go again next week. So what Thursday's all about is these questions. I always start with last week's throwback. Of course, last week on the bank holiday, this time last week, I just finished an 18.5 mile walk, feeling great for doing that. Really enjoyed being out with the guys. Something I always do on the bank holidays, a long walk with the running guys. So we really enjoy it, the spirit, grabbing a drink, grabbing something to eat, and doing little things around it. It's absolutely fantastic. It's become a routine. Again, I'm always talking about the importance of those. So I thought it'd be a great question to put out there. What does bank holiday time allow you to do more? I've asked this question in various forms recently. What do you do on your birthday? What do you do at Christmas? What do you do at the weekend? Again, it's just, there's no wrong answer to it. I really appreciate everyone getting involved, because it's just looking for different ways that we can either reassure people, or we can understand that what we're doing is fine, or it might inspire us into a new idea. That's all I'm trying to do with these throwbacks. So some of the sponsors, Steve says he always tries to arrange spending time with friends. That's brilliant, isn't it? I know people back in the day before all this funny thing, and a lot of the time now, even with it. So don't know who I'm trying to kid. I'd love to go to the pub and, spend time there, because you've got that extra day off and that kind of thing. So anything like that, I go to football, I do all sorts of things. It's just a great way to spend the bank holiday. Kay says she enjoys having a bit of time without plans. Again, that's good, isn't it? I spoke about the importance of that a lot recently. Whilst it is great to have routine, plans, something to work to, a little bit of downtime is necessary as well, isn't it? It's so important to keep us ticking over and keep us fresh. And again, right now, I probably could do with a bit more downtime, but duty calls, and I've got to go and do what I do. Hopefully, at the cricket, I can relax. It's a bit different to the football. It's a bit less excitable. As much as I really, really enjoy it, I'm far less passionate about it. I take a different kind of enjoyment from it. It's a nice atmosphere, and if the sun's out, might be just what I need. 2 days sitting in the sun, the fresh air and the vitamin D is really going to sort of help in that sense, isn't it? So can't wait for that. Michelle says, if I can, I like to go away for the weekend. Again, absolutely brilliant. Something I've done a lot. We're fortunate enough to have access to a caravan at the coast when we can. So at the bank holiday, we've often gone down on a Thursday night and come back early on a Sunday or Monday morning or something along those lines. It's great, isn't it, when we can nip away? Because we haven't always got time for those big holidays, but we do need that rest in between. And generally when we go away, we tend to forget about work and all the things we have to do. So again, a great thing to do. Phil says, I use the time to catch up on DIY at home. Brilliant. It's time to do whatever you need it, use for whatever you need it for. And if these things are sort of mounting up on you, it's just an opportunity to feel better that they're done, after the bank holiday. So again, taking all the positives from all these, and that's all we have to do. Thanks for those responses, just a few there, but keep responding to the throwback question. I really enjoy putting that out there. Really it's really interesting to see what people have got to say. But getting into the crux of Thursday Thoughts, it's always about these questions and ways in which I feel I can sort of pass on bits of knowledge I've obtained, whether it's running or whether it's through the sort of experience I've had, the ups and the downs, and just trying to be honest and realistic. People will ask me about the things I'm doing, and that's fantastic, isn't it? Because again, it's just opening conversation. Sometimes that's all people need to start making the first steps forward. I had a question last week which got me really thinking about my past, and while sometimes that brings up old sort of memories that I choose to forget at times, it's a good reminder as well of just how far we've come and how it can help other people start their sort of process and their journey. Some decent ones to go at today. Sorry to hear you're feeling ill. What's your go-to comfort when you aren't feeling very well? That comes from John. Well, thanks for the sympathy. I joked about it on the end of yesterday's episode, but I really don't need it. I did say you could give it a like and a subscribe, just even if you just feel sorry for me. So you could do that today as well. But no, joking aside, really, when I don't feel well, I kind of just like to sort of get on the sofa, get some pajamas on, and just watch a bit of television. And in all reality, I don't watch much television outside of sport, and I know that's probably a lot at times as well, because I watch a lot of football, I watch a lot of cricket, I watch a lot of YouTube as well. I like to watch things on YouTube, but I kind of like to just sort of get lost in something on the television, whether it is sport, a cricket match or something, or something that's sort of long and drawn out, just sort of really sort of relax in that sense, because it's not something I'd normally allow myself to do. So whilst there's no problem in doing it, it's something that I really like to sort of settle in and do, and then just sort of try and eat that little bit healthier. I'm trying that anyway as a rule at the minute, but try and be that little bit healthier, eat some more wholesome foods, and just try and bring myself around as quickly as possible. That's what I'm doing now. Spent a bit of time outside, like I say, with the coaching, and that can't be a bad thing. Some fresh air. I've tried to be as less active as I can, or not as active as I'd like to be in reality, but it's really done the trick. So it's just finding little things just to try and make yourself feel at ease, but feel that little bit better as well. So great question, that. Thanks again for the well wishes. Question 2: how's the new quiz going, Joe? If for those that might not know, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago on this that on a Thursday, which again is to come this evening, still got work to do after DOdaily. DOdaily on a Thursday used to almost be the wind down towards wake up to walk, and then once I'd done that, it felt like the weekend. Still got a bit of work to do on Friday, but now my Thursdays have got extremely busy. I've taken on the role as quiz master at the local pub. Just a bit of fun. We're trying to do something a little bit different. It's all through the Do Running group, and I always say that's much more than a running club. It's at the Boot Room Bar here in Nottingham. Anybody local, do come and join us. Excellent prizes, free to enter. People get free pizza, cheap drinks. And it's just a way of bringing people together. That motto I just said, more than just a running club. I host the quiz, call it Do Quizzing. It's all about doing this, doing that, isn't it? And doing what we enjoy. So really sort of getting to grips with that. I'm not brilliant at it, but it's a learning curve for us all. And I'm just really enjoying it. I write the quiz. And again, whilst that is a bit of extra work, it almost feels like a bit of time out as well, because it's a new job and it's something I can sort of have a bit of fun with, rather than get too serious and too stung up on. Just write some questions, some serious ones, some not so serious ones, have a bit of a play with it, play with the format. And it just gives me a bit of license to be creative. And that's always good, isn't it? It's always nice when you've got that free reign to sort of do it your way. I'm always speaking about doing it a way that works for you. So again, there's an opportunity for me to do that. And it's also supporting Do Running as a whole and myself. So it's fantastic. I really, really enjoy that. It has had a sort of, it's made things busy on a Thursday. The coaching, I go to work, the coaching, the DOdaily has to be done now by a certain time, and then the quiz itself. But it's a nice way to round the day off as well. So it's really, really good. We've got some great feedback over the first couple of weeks. It'll only be the third one this evening. Like I say, anybody interested, please do come and join us. It's really sort of, it's just a bit of fun. What I'm trying to do amongst everything is almost use the traditional pub quiz, but try and just sort of spice it up a bit, make it a bit of banter, a bit of sort of beef it up with a bit of music and things like that. Probably all things that have been tried before, but just to so it's not the same old pub quizzes that everybody does. Again, talk about that sort of creative license to do what I can. It makes it really enjoyable and interesting for me. So thanks for remembering that. Thanks for asking, Joe. Really appreciate that. And question 3, if you could see any act live who you haven't already, who would it be? This comes from Sarah. This is a really interesting one. I've been lucky enough to see a lot of my favourite bands. Might not be everybody's favourite, the Stereophonics. I tend to go almost every time they're about here in Nottingham. I've been to concerts elsewhere to see them as well. I've seen the Manic Street Preachers, another Welsh band, incidentally, who are like probably not everybody's cup of tea. I must admit, I'm not an absolute massive one for gigs. But I guess one I'd really, really like to see, and I'm not sure it's even possible anymore, but it's Dire Straits, probably a little bit before my time and a little bit before what most people would think. But just the music, the going home theme, Local Hero is just my favourite piece of music. I just love to hear that live. Another one that's just popped into my head actually, Bruce Springsteen. Someone else I like, probably again a little bit before my time. Show my age to some degree, but it's even before then. I'd love to see some great songs there, what you can really sort of get revved up to and really have a really get into. So a couple there, really, really interested in that. I just, like I say, I don't tend to go to many bands. I've seen a few in my time, but whether it's with other people, I just tend to like the Stereophonics and go every year. One of habit and routine, as I'm always talking about. Really, really enjoy that. Here's one for Mr. Daw. He loves UB40. Thanks for getting involved, Daw. Really, really appreciate the involvement, and great band as well. Somebody that a lot of people like. Have you seen them yet? Let me know. It'd be great to know if you've seen them. Getting back into the question though, yeah, just I guess Bruce Springsteen, Dire Straits, and then the one thing I will say with this, I'm actually open to go and see absolutely anybody. One of those people, whatever somebody sort of puts at me, I hear it a lot with sport. Oh, I'm not going football's boring, blah, blah, blah. And all these kind of things around sport. But just try it. Just try it. You never know, you might like it. A lot of the things I do now, from the running to the walking to taking pictures, I didn't think I'd like these things. I didn't set out with intentions to like them. It wasn't ingrained in me. I just went and sort of found an experience that I like doing, and that's all it's about. And when you get something from it, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks, because that's the biggest problem with these kind of things. People think that you've got to say and do the right thing, but when you say and do exactly what you want, don't get me wrong, I don't go around upsetting people. I don't go around rocking the boat, But when you say and think what you want, you just a lot more content and at ease with yourself. So if somebody asks me if I want to do something, if I really don't want to do it, I'll say no. But most things, for example, if Kay said she fancied she goes to the theatre. She does it with her mum, I do my football, but if she said, do you want to go to the theatre? I'd give it a go, because why not? And you never know, I might like it. And I did actually do the theatre this year, so I did enjoy it. Come to remember it. Daw said that he watched UB40 once and he absolutely loved it. Again, some amazing songs there. Another one's just popped into my head along the same lines, but and obviously it's impossible. But someone I would have loved to see is Bob Marley. I just think the music is absolutely incredible. I've been listening to some of it this week as it is. Just by complete coincidence. So again, I guess there's lots of people there, isn't there, where you'd have loved to see them, but it's no longer possible, like in that case, because unfortunately he's no longer with us. And they're the questions, guys. That's as simple as it is. Just sort of trying to get myself out there, come on live, say a few words, help people understand it's okay to enjoy different things, to be feeling different ways, to be up, to be down, to be looking forward to things. That's all it is. That's all DOdaily is. It's my check-in daily, trying to get a feel for how other people are feeling as well, what's on other people's mind. Just trying to create that interaction. Once again, thank you to everybody who's got involved, whether it was Daw there in the comment, anybody who feels like they'd like to send me a question. You can always email me, des@dorunning.org.uk. Really, really appreciate that. Lots of people do that, and I always respond. I always get back. I think it's really, really important when people take the time to message me. And again, it's that sort of, it's striking up that conversation, and it's not always easy. I've been in a place in my life where I felt at odds with myself, lost, and even when there is people around you, it can get really difficult. So I'm just being that sort of first point of call if people need it, just to offload a little bit, or just to ask me about football, or just to sort of pick my brains about running, absolutely anything. I just want to sort of show that there's always people there. Everybody says it, doesn't there? Everybody says, oh, pick up the phone and call me. until you get to a situation where you need them, and then they tend to run a mile. I'm here, I'm definitely here to help anybody. That's just what I want to do. I've always said from day one, if I can help one person, I get some nice comments as well saying you've helped me. I know that's amazing. Don't get me wrong, it's great. It makes me feel good too. And that's important, because there'd be no point me doing it if I didn't feel good about what I do. So, of course, email me, use any of that social media, any comments throughout the week on the social media where I post it, or any of the videos. I'll pick them up, use it next week. Really looking to sort of drive this forward a little bit in the coming months. Want to sort of expand on the production and what I'm doing and make it that little bit smoother. So if you've got anything to add, any comments about what I'm doing, good, bad, or indifferent, please add those as well. And of course, we always end, don't we, with a throwback question. What's your best pub quiz trivia? So I guess mine is sport. My subject is sport. I'm a bit of a nerd, especially around football. A nerd's the wrong word. Probably a bit of a student of the game, I'd like to call myself, but that might sound a bit pretentious. I watch sport. I like to get into the sort of nitty-gritty and the tactics, and watch performances and see beyond just the sort of just the simple scoreline or whatever you might be looking at. So sport is something I do a lot of research into, and geography is another one. So, of course, this might help me as well with my quiz. What is the subjects you look for when you're doing the quiz? What's your speciality? What would you be on mastermind doing? I'd love to sort of know what your answers are to that. It might just sort of help me along with my quiz and shape it a little bit differently in the future. And I'm off there in a minute, so I'm going to check out, guys. Really, really appreciate everything. Once again, like I say, please give the episode a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's absolutely amazing. Really sort of pushed on this year in terms of numbers. And whilst I'm not feeling fantastic at the moment, and I've been really busy with the football, things are just ticking along nicely. Nearly up to 600, reaching out for that now. 19, I think, off 600, and that's incredible considering the start of 2022. I set myself a target of 500 subscribers. I've had a lot of help from Mr. Dory, you saw there in the comments, and all the football stuff. And just one sort of footnote to that: we're going to be working together in the new season, and I'm going to be doing a few things on his channel. So really looking forward to that. Really appreciate the opportunity. Again, just sort of spreading the word and trying to tie one or two things in together. So it's really exciting times in terms of the channel. It's helped me, not just for those subscribers. I've picked up one or two little bits of football punditry work, which is all a real pleasant surprise. I've really sort of enjoyed all that. So I just thought it'd be a great time, sort of coming up to halfway in the year, to check in on that side of things and just mention a few of those. Again, I just want to sort of push through to the end of the year and perhaps get up to 600, 700, 800 subscribers maybe, and just get people sort of really sort of understanding and appreciating what all this is about. Like I say, it's just an honest take on everyday life. It's not a made up way of pushing things across. It's just the way it is. So other than that, all that I've got left to say is Wake Up to Walk is at 7 a.m. in the morning. I'll be out there bright and early, fingers crossed. If I don't get any worse, if I'm as good as I am today, I'll be out there trying to take in all that fresh air and really enjoy it. So just one quick comment. Chris has checked in. Good channel. Get Dor working out with the DOdailies. Absolutely. Dor needs to get some workout in. I think he needs the time. He's probably going to moan about that. He's going to say he's too busy and he's too tired. But as we know, he's always asleep. If you watch his channel, do go and check him out as well. But other than that, it's Wake Up to Walk for me. It's back in the morning, bright and early, continuing that Knots Clock walk, my latest little mini challenge, 60-mile walk, circumnavigating Nottingham, getting up to, it'll be the halfway stage tomorrow. So really looking forward to almost bringing that home as well in the next few weeks. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great evening. Just doing it.